Pray for my country. I see a sign over here. How many people do we have here from the Ruston Tea Party? I thought I saw a couple come in. Here's one in the back right here. I was our delegate to the National Convention. I got to hear Sarah Palin speak in person. Really enjoyed it. It was very good. I wanted to run over a little bit about what the National Convention was about in Nashville. It was just a few weeks ago. Some of the items that were covered and what I took from that we could bring back home and maybe implement here. Since I was up there, the first thing I learned was if you're having trouble remembering your speech, you can write down a few notes somewhere near your hand. I'm going to show this to Sarah. Anyway, we had a good time up there. There was a lot of great training. Some of the things that I hear when people come to the Tea Party meetings and we talk about what's going on with the country, there's a lot of sentiment about what can I do? What can I do to help? How can I help? How can I help get the country back on track? And a lot of the things that I didn't know about, voter registration is a huge thing we can do. And there are people that are experts that are already in the conservative movement, and that's kind of what I consider the Tea Party to be, is a rebirth of the conservative movement. People that feel like we need to be fiscally responsible. And here's an example of a voter registration form that Dale just gave me. Yeah, we've got them right over here. We've got T-shirts under the stairs, a whole bunch of T-shirts. I don't know how many we've got left. Yeah, I think there's enough left. Petitions to sign, and for people that would like to become a registered member, which means you can get on the website and you can interact and leave comments about issues, post articles to the website, things that you're interested in and you want to speak out about. You've done a lot of research on a particular topic and you'd like to get that on the website to share with other people. You need to be a registered member to do that. And the reason we want to do that is, well, we got to raise a little money. But number two, we want to have some kind of control over the access on the website. We don't want to have somebody from Acorn registering on our website and leaving a bunch of trash on there. We don't want a bunch of bad language. We don't, bad stuff posted on there. So we want to know who you are. We want to have some control over who gets on the website. So in order to leave information on the website, a comment or whatever, you will need to register. Now you can read it all you want. It's not like it's a locked site and you can't even get past the first page. You can get into the site and read all the articles you want and read the about events upcoming and that sort of thing. That was the plan on the website. But some of the other things that they talked about we could do is we can, of course, circulate petitions. A lot of good advice on your website about how to use the website, what could be put on the website. Something that didn't cross my mind until I went up there is several of the Tea Parties around the country are sponsoring candidate debates. The Tea Party itself is running the debate. Boys and girls, we don't have to have NPR run our debates for us. We can run our debates ourselves. So they line up the candidates. The candidates, they want to get access to you. That's what the candidates want. They want to be able to have a forum, a platform, and be able to speak to the people. Another thing that is real big that the Tea Parties are doing is they are doing profiles of candidates. They're having a questionnaire filled out by the candidate with specific questions that they need to answer. And if they leave the question blank, then it's on a particular subject or topic, a question, then the response to the side will say refuse to answer, which doesn't look real good when you're a candidate. You have a whole bunch of refuse to answer, refuse to answer, refuse to answer. It's kind of like Obama didn't show up for a vote, didn't show up for a vote, didn't show up for a vote. It just doesn't look very good when he was a senator. So those are some of the things we took back from the National Tea Party meeting. We will be putting that information on the website to make all this stuff work and make it active and happen. What we've got to have is people. People that are interested, people that are care. And I'm very uplifted to see how many people show up today. It's the prettiest day we've had in 2 months. And y'all are inside. Instead of be out there where it's really pretty out today. And I gave up my golf game today. Hey, I made the right choice. Okay. Now, one of the things that really got my attention about going up there, I had no idea what to expect. There were 500-600 delegates at this meeting, this National Tea Party meeting in Nashville. They had a bunch of sessions, the breakout sessions. They had the big speeches that were given in front of the hall. They had inspirational speeches. But what I had no idea that we would run into was the media. My God, the media was there. The back of the room, when Sarah Palin was speaking, there must have been 15 major network type cameras in the back. There was C-SPAN, all the big networks. There was Spain and Al Jazeera, I think, was covering it. Germany.
It was on C-SPAN.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah. They caught me. I got a text message as I was walking around at the meeting and said, "You're on C-SPAN." Sarah Palin was great. I really wanted to see her and hear her speech, and I enjoyed hearing that. And I can tell you she does give a great speech, a lot longer speech that I could certainly carry off. I ran a bunch of people off in Ruston. I gave a long one a couple of months ago. You guys from Ruston, I'll never do that again. I won't do that to you again. Ask me back, I promise I'll keep it shorter. What are the common elements of the Tea Party? And this is something that I'm kind of coming to grips with. What is it that we all focus on and believe in and want to get corrected? What's the core of the Tea Party movement? And most people say we want to get back to a smaller government. We want to have a balanced budget. We want to be fiscally responsible. And we want to get back to the Constitution and the principles of the Constitution. As it was written. I just happened to grab a book that somebody had told me was really good off the bookshelf on my way out the door to drive up to Nashville. And it was called, was it the 5,000-Year Leap? Has anybody read that? Has anybody else read that? Really great book. Really great book. And what it pointed out to me, as well as what I saw in the National Convention, is don't be afraid of your religion. Don't be ashamed of your religion. We mentioned the Lord a few times when we sang. Sorry, hope we didn't offend anybody. We mentioned God. Our Constitution, I didn't realize this. I'm supposed to be an educated man. I did not realize this. I'm a physician. That the Constitution is 100% totally based on God. 100% based on God. I'm not saying that because I'm a Tea Party rallier type person. That's fact. That is what is behind the Constitution. The guys that wrote the Constitution, the founders, they did a lot of research into forms of government, and what they came up with is that the only government that will succeed and take the best care of their people is a government that's based on God's laws. The laws of God. Do unto your neighbors, you do unto yourself. Laws that implement that spirit. And that's what our Constitution, that's the way our Constitution was written, and that's why it was written that way.